Hey everyone, happy 2025. I thought I'd start making videos. I need to make more content. You know what I mean? I wanted to make a bunch of content. I'm such a good content creator. I did like a crazy oil change on my new bike, and I never like recorded anything. I never took pictures, nothing. That's how good of a content creator I am. So I need to get back in the mindset. So I thought I'd just start throwing together videos just to like get the process going. So, quick little kind of like life update. This past year has been pretty hectic. I've accomplished a lot of things that I wanted to accomplish, specifically with motorcycles, riding, and like decorating the truck and all that good stuff. So, 2025, going to do the same path and everything, but I'm going to try to like document more of it. I actually documented the process of doing the 12-foot skeleton in the truck and everything, but I didn't feel happy with the way everything turned out. So I just never posted it. I still have the footage. I might do that at some point. Just let me know if you guys want to see that. But anyway, here's an update. And excuse the mess. This is an absolute disaster. That's one of my goals for 2025 is to like do the carport and do it up nicely and everything, because I don't have an enclosed space. So it gets really cold in wintertime or really hot in the summertime to work on the bikes and do things. So I was going to kind of do a little walkthrough and then we'll go from there. Just show you where I'm at. So the back of the carport area is a little rough. So that's why I do my grilling. I gotta replace these cooking grates. I don't use most of this. This is just in case we have like a little party, a little get together or something. We've got chairs and a table and everything. This back here was the sleigh that I had in the back of the truck for Christmas, the Grinch's sleigh. I don't have room in our storage unit, downtown, so it has to stay here. And I need to find a solution for this issue since all the water collects. Thought about maybe propping a pole up there, but I don't know. We don't use that brick grill part anyway. And this is the state of the carport, an absolute disaster area, unfortunately. This stool, like, everything was broken on it, like the legs just wouldn't screw in. But I found a thing, I was able to fix it and everything, so that's just a little extra seating. I got multitude of gas cans, so this is for the my gas bike. So the R1 essentially, which is just we'll get to that. I got regular gas for like the mower, and I have kerosene for cleaning the chain on the R1. Pressure washer, kids' bikes, vehicle ramps, and fuel extractors and all that good stuff. I got a couple storage bins, and they're full, and they're just unorganized and everything. My toolbox is just this whole area needs like an overhaul. I've got to get a system going to where everything can have its little spot and I can put everything back where it was. I got part of like the permanent lighting for my house just kind of like dangling. I've got to do some about that. That's for the security cameras. And this lift has been an absolute lifesaver. I love it. This piece is normally I have it bolted in here, but since I got the new bike, I don't have a lot of room. It feels sketchy to like ride this thing up and get over that little with the wheel chock part. And so I was like, you know what? I'm going to unbolt this, put the bar back on, and just do it on the flat ground. Because it's just, that's too wide for me to like properly, put my feet on the sides and walk it up. I just didn't trust it. So, state of the R1, we'll go over that. My God, this thing. I knew when I got it, it had some issues, it wouldn't start and just idle on its own. You had to like give it gas and all that good stuff. The chain, the previous owner, not the person I bought it from, but the previous owner took such little care of the chain and everything that chain actually started digging into the rear swing arm, which is just crazy to think about. But I have replaced the fuel tank. The original fuel tank had a hole where the bolt goes right here. I put the bolt in, and then when I went to remove it one time to lift the tank up, gas just started pouring out. And I was like, oh my God, really? So I replaced the gas tank. I replaced the stator, the flywheel, the starter, the solenoid, the fuel pump. I did all kinds of stuff. The battery. I did so much to this. I got new fairings and everything because the previous fairings were cracked and I had all kinds of issues. Fuses, everything. And now, after all that, it started running really rough when shifting. And so I was like, okay, it's probably the fuel pump because I just did the fuel pump last. And the spark plugs. it just wouldn't start after that. I charged a battery and everything, and now I put the old fuel pump and the old spark plugs back in, and now it wants to start. You can hear it. It's trying, but it just won't fully turn over and run. So I think I need to replace the solenoid. I got an OEM one. It's on the way. It's just going to take like a week to get here. So this thing has been sitting for a month doing nothing. So we'll see what happens when that solenoid comes in. If not, I'm just going to sell it as like a project bike or something and just get it out of my way. I love this bike. I love the speed, the sound. It was just awesome. I've always wanted a leader bike, but it's just caused me nothing but problems. So there goes that. Let's see. The Livewire is still doing amazing. I love the Livewire. There's no issues. I've only had really 3 issues that I've had. And one of them, I'm unsure of what happened. But the Bluetooth stopped working like a month after I got the bike. So I couldn't... You're supposed to have like turn-by-turn navigation and, media controls and all that stuff. It just hasn't worked, until, for like a month after, and that's it. They recently, with the app, completely shut it down. There's no access to any of the features that they advertised. They were bragging that, for 2 years we provided free updates and all that, which meant you could check to see the location of the bike at all times, right? So in case it got stolen, you can actually like track it down, and the tracker's built in to the bike, so it's not like a thief or somebody can just like, I'm just going to unplug it over here. No, there was no such thing. And there's no charge level like checking. You used to be able to, like, let's say if I go to a charger, I used to be able to plug in and go walk off and do something, and I could check my phone to see the charge level, and it was amazing. But all that's gone now. They said they're going to re-implement it at some point this year, but I'm pretty sure they're going to charge a fee, so we'll see about that. And this, I don't know if you can see it right there, that's sunburn-in. Screen burn. It's something. I know it's the sun, but I haven't been able to find like a UV protectant film for this. Like not even a UV protectant, just film you can just buy, which is just crazy to me. But other than that, I haven't had any real issues out of it. It's been wonderful. It's been fine. It's still a conversation starter. It's still a roller coaster every time you twist that throttle. It's amazing. And it's wonderful. Absolutely love this thing. I'm going to have this thing forever because it's just reliable. There's no issues. None, aside from those 2 little things. But anyway, so Livewire, still awesome. This is my latest acquisition. It's a 2007 Vulcan 900. And this thing has been awesome. It wouldn't start on its own. It had to be jumped when I first got it. But all I did was charge the battery. It had a, pretty beefy AGM battery in there. I just charged it. Everything's been working fine. No issues. I just did an oil change yesterday, and this is how good of a content creator I am. I didn't film any of it. I didn't live stream it. I can live stream on TikTok and I think YouTube, and I just didn't do any of it. And it took me a couple of hours just because, tool management and stuff like that. But it was fantastic. It was pretty straightforward, easy. The only thing that was kind of difficult is the stator is, let's see if I can get in there. Oh, come on. There we go. Right behind here, you have to take that off to change the fuel filter, or the oil filter. So that was the only real issue. And then look at these bad boys here. Oh, my. Yeah, so the rims are going to need a little love. And then the tires, I thought like, maybe they look decent. There's a couple of spots where there's, I don't know if you can see that right there, but there's some like dry rot right there. So I just need to take care of that. I think the rims will be fine, but I do need tires. I did the oil change and everything. It probably needs fresh gas. It's been sitting for a couple of months. And yeah, that's about it. I love the little luggage racks and everything. It's nice. And I thought, because when I read online, this thing was like supposedly like 600 pounds. I said, this is going to be really tough to maneuver, but the Livewire is actually a lot more unruly to move around. That thing is just, it's all battery. So I guess, this thing must be just all the way to just really down low. So moving it is simple. It's so easy. Much easier than the Livewire, which is just crazy to think about. But I like the look of it. And This is my 9th motorcycle. My 9th. Isn't that crazy? 9 motorcycles in March. In a couple months, it'll be 3 or 6 years since I've been riding, which is nuts. Like, amazing. So next thing I need to do is all this Christmas stuff and all this trash left over needs to go. There's the tree. I got all the decorations out. I still have the permanent house lights, and I have the smart curtain lights, and I have net lights on the very end, right about there. And they have to go. Or no, they're staying. I am so confused right now. I can't even speak. But things are staying, but they're not going to be on most of the time because it's just for specific holidays. And I always get a little sad after Christmas and New Year's and everything, because that means that there's no more like fun. There's no like holidays starting in like early September, start getting prepared for like Halloween and all that good stuff. And there's just 3 or 4 months of decorating and dressing up and people doing events and stuff like that. And it just, after that, it's almost like 9 months of nothing. You know, it's just 8 or 9 months of just, oh, here's, you know, yay, Independence Day and St. Patrick's Day. You know, but it's nothing like on the level of Halloween and Christmas. I always get a little sad that you got to kind of wait for all that stuff. And then this year, I'm going ham on the lights with the truck, and it should be fun. I don't have any previews or anything at the moment, but soon, we'll see how that works out. So yeah, that's the state of what I need to do this year. I don't think I'm going to build like walls on this. I'm not that handy. I'm not that good. So one thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to measure out the open spaces here, and I'm just going to fit like a tarps. That way, at least have an enclosed space to where I can have some heat, or, you know, even open this door and just let a little bit of the AC kind of come out and do that. That's another thing. The AC unit needs replaced, and that's going to cost, you know, mid 4 figures. That's going to be fun. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, this thing, R1, Livewire's fine, Vulcan's good, but this R1, yikes, man. But let me know what you guys have planned for this year. You guys have any goals or anything you're trying to accomplish? Let me know down in the comments, and hopefully you guys reach that goal, and hopefully I reach my goal. So, but I'll catch you guys later. Thanks for watching.